Okay, let's see. Now it's working. I've been trying to get this thing to work for a couple of minutes now. My goodness. I hit something I wasn't supposed to hit, couldn't figure out what it was, and had to restart it. But such is life. Such is life. So, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Have a seat while people are coming in. Oh, let me say hello in the chat. There we go. So while you're coming in, I'm going to pour my drink. There we go. Jordan, happy Saturday. Hi, Latina Jones. Hello, welcome. Yeah, man. I had it all scheduled. I had it set up all nice and cute, and I hit the wrong button. Could not figure out what the button was. Could not figure out how to fix the button, whatever I did to it. And I had to start it all over again. Technology can be temperamental. And let's see who else is here. Portia from Arizona. Okay. I've never been to Arizona, but I have been to the West Coast a few times. So today we're going to drink and meander and look at my crystal collection. But we're not going to just look at it. I'm going to do what I call crystal readings. This is when I blindly pull a crystal for you and then tell you what assistance it could possibly bring. So I thought that would be fun while we drink and easy. And you can drink anything you want. You can drink Coke, you can drink Pepsi, you can drink water. Hey, let me see. Saved and sanctified. Hello, how are you? Yeah. So you can drink whatever you want. Water, milk, tea, coffee, whatever you're into. I am drinking vodka. No, I'm not. I'm wrong. I'm drinking rum. I'm like vodka. This is rum like a motherfucker. What is wrong with me? I tell you. Portia is drinking Pedialyte. I've had to do that quite a few times too, so I get it. I definitely get it. And when it is needed, it is extremely helpful. All right, so I'm on the job in Love Ray and Nephew. Okay, so you're working right now? Oh yeah, that makes sense. It's during the day. I love juice. I'm a juice drinker. What is your favorite juice? I like cranberry juice mixed with cherry juice. It's a combination. Um, you know how cranberry they have cran grape, cran apple, cran this, cran that. This is cran and cherry. All right, so this is to all of you. Cheers. Hooah. And of course I have my favorite shot glass. As y'all know, that's my boy. All right, so we have our first drink down. Hi, Mr. Mondo. What's up? So this is what we're doing. We're doing crystals today because I do this thing called crystal readings, right? And I put them into this bowl. Check out this bowl. This bowl is like serious. This is a serious bowl. It's a serious. I think she said tiki wood, tika wood, tiki, some kind of word, some kind of wood to start with a T. I think it was tika wood, and my crystals are inside of it. And I blindly pull one and tell you what help it could possibly give you. And I also have next to me my crystal Bible in case I forget. This book, look at that. Look at this book. Like, oh my God. This book has been through Armageddon with me, man. That's incense. All the incense, the ashes are, are embedded in the cover of this book. So that shows you how long I've had that book. That book is like 20, 25 years old. Jordan said, I like a lot of juices, especially orange. Yeah, orange is a favorite. That's my favorite. Yeah, that's one of mine too. I also enjoy many other flavors too, like strawberry mixed with pineapple and banana. Oh, that is a good one. Yeah. And juice is so much better for you than soda. So that's actually pretty awesome. All right, we're going to start. Let me get this out the way. My prayer beads were in the bowl with the other crystals. These are made out of black obsidian. All right, so let us see. All right, so I'm going to see what crystal is calling to me. Amayati Maakuru. There's so many in here to choose from. It's crazy. And I'm trying to just take. Well, this one fell out, so okay. I guess this is the one that wants to come with me. This is selenite. There's a bunch of different kinds of selenite. This is one kind of selenite. There's another kind of selenite that's very clear, and there's another kind of selenite that's a peachish color. But selenite is really cool because selenite comes to you, or you can use it for the manifestation of positive things. Like, for example, angels are associated with selenite. The moon goddesses are associated with selenite. So it's that kind of vibration. Hi, Ilda, how are you? So it's that kind of vibration, right? And that vibration is a cleansing vibration. Selenite is said to cleanse you or cleanse things, purify things. And I like it a lot because when I make oils, I make one oil called Archangel Michael oil. This is a protection oil. And one of the things I do when I make that oil, I take one of these and I crush it. These are very delicate and very easy to crush. You could just step on this and it will crush into dust. And I would take it and I would crush it into dust and sprinkle the dust in the protection oil. So that was one of the secret ingredients that made it so potent as protection oil. So this is definitely something that has protective, cleansing, and purifying qualities. And it usually comes in a stick, like this way. And the other one, the kind that's clear, it comes in like a sheet, like a flat sheet. So that is selenite. So if you're enjoying this live, please make sure that you like this video so that we know what you like, because it's all about you guys. Happy Aquarius season. Elder said, I'm doing great. Thank you. They called me into work. Oh, how are you? Well, that's a good thing. More money is more money, right? I'm doing good. I had a meeting this morning about tarot. We talked about tarot, the hermit card for this year. And then I'm talking to you guys, and then I have another meeting later on. So yeah, making money, that's a good thing. Being prosperous. Yes, yes, please like, give us a thumbs up. Let us know that you like the video. All right, so I got selenite. That's a beautiful one. Ashe. So who else wants a crystal? The first person to put their name in, I'll get a crystal for you. And I'll tell you what things it can do to help you. That is awesome. I love prosperity. Prosperity is a good thing. I love Aquarius season, not just because it's our birthday season, but the fun never stops, right? Right? I agree. Armando, Portia, and Armando. So Portia, you want to go first, and then Armando. Am I reading that right? I think I am. All right, Portia is first. Okay, Portia, we're going to see what crystal. Close my eyes and see what crystal falls out for you. Ah, whoa. Ah, hmm. Okay, let me show it to you, Portia. This is what it looks like, and it is called purple kyanite. Purple kyanite. It kind of looks like a fan. It's very pretty though. I'm trying to get it away from the white. Oh, there we go. It's very pretty. It kind of looks like a fan. And it has like some like rainbow vibe going on too. So it's really cool. It's really pretty. Um, Purple kyanite. That's what it's called. Now I'll tell you about purple kyanite. So purple kyanite is new to my collection. The reason why I got it was because I thought it was really pretty. I was like, wow, look at how it look at how it shimmers and shines. And I always thought it was gorgeous. So I went ahead and got it. So I'll tell you the little bit I know about it. I know that it works with the crown chakra. This is the crown chakra right here. The chakras are the energy centers of your body. So anything that works with the crown is about your connection to your creator. So when you get this crystal, it's asking you, what is your connection to your creator? Is it the way you want it to be? Is there no connection? Do you not have a creator? Is it a great connection? That's what it's asking you, because it's asking you to look at it and see if you're happy with that state. And if you are happy, then you continue on in that way. It's also a crystal that encourages meditation. So this is saying that meditation will be a good practice for you to pick up. Some people find meditation to be difficult at first, but it's really not. You just have to stick with it. And YouTube, right here on YouTube, has millions of awesome meditations. The person that does my favorite meditations on YouTube, I'm writing meditations. I'm just writing it right now in the chat. That's him, Steve Noble Meditations. He has a lot of them on YouTube, and you can just go through and pick them out. It's extremely relaxing. It lowers your blood pressure. And if you're trying to be more connected to the divine, goddess, Buddha, ancestors, spiritual beings, you definitely want to be up on meditation. So this crystal recommends that. So that is yours, Portia. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Let me see who was next. Let me take a drink in between, because we're supposed to be drinking and looking at crystals. And most of the time, I just be talking. I do more talking than I do drinking, which is not a good thing. I got to balance that out a bit. Let me see. All right, that's good. Let's go. Now, the next one, wasn't it Armando? Did I say that right? I think it was. Let me get my lip balm. The more you practice, the more you'll hear from your spirit guides or angels. Asha. That's very true. Okay. All right. So we're going to go for Armando. All right. So we'll close my eyes and we're going to see what jumps out for you. I don't know how to. Ah, okay. All right. This one is yours. I'm going to show it to you. It's very pretty. All right, let's see. Here you are. Yours is a peach moonstone. Peach moonstone. And interestingly enough, the peach moonstone, there's a lot of moonstones. There's peach. I think I even have black moonstone. I have green moonstone. It's a bunch of different ones. Matter of fact, I have a green one in this bowl. But the peach moonstone is directly connected to the aspect of the mother. So healing wounds with the mother or connecting with the goddess mother. Like Osset is a goddess mother. Yemen Ya is a goddess mother. Kuan Yin has the energy of a goddess mother. So sometimes it's just connecting with that energy. Um, and it has to do with healing. It's a feminine, it's a divine feminine energy. So it's about healing and celebrating feminine energy in the form of feminine people, feminine goddesses, feminine spirits, or your own feminine side. Because in spirituality, they teach us we all have a feminine and a masculine side. We're both simultaneously, it's our energy. So some of us are just slanted in one direction or the other direction or very balanced. So this is talking about healing the feminine aspect of the energy. So I would be tapping into that kind of energy if I were you. If you get a peach moonstone, it's a very nurturing. Um, yeah, it's a very nurturing stone. It's like wrapping the energy, like kind of wraps around you like a hug. That's the way it feels. Very soft, um, very nurturing. Um, oh, also associated with Mother Mary for those that are familiar with her. Very pretty vibration. All right, there you are. Would anybody else like a crystal? Do any of you have crystals? Do any of you yeah, it's shaped like a heart. Isn't that cool? Let me show it again. Yeah, it's shaped like a heart. Crystals come in all kinds of shapes and things. Matter of fact, let me show you this one. This one is so funny, guys. I thought this was so cute. And as soon as I got it, as soon as I saw it, I bought it immediately. It's Baby Yoda as a crystal. They took a green aventurine crystal and they carved it into Baby Yoda. And you can see his face, you can see his coat, you can see his fat little fingers, you see his ears. They did a really good job. In the back of him, you can see the back of him. But yeah, they did a great job. So they can carve crystals into any shape depending upon how hard the crystal is. And this crystal right here is for prosperity, money. Basically, this is for cash flow. It's also for the heart chakra. So like somebody who is very emotionally wounded will often have this one with them, amongst other ones too. This is one of my favorites because I remember I said before the importance of prosperity. So I always wear one. This is the same crystal. It's just darker. This is lighter. This is darker. But they're both green aventurine. So yeah, they come in all kinds of shapes and jewelries and bracelets and rings and all kinds of stuff. Another one I have back here that's really fun that has ashes all over it is an elephant. They carved it into this elephant. Now, mind you, this crystal is called shungite, and shungite is a protection crystal. It's said to be an ancient crystal. They said that shungite appeared or was developed, I should say, because crystals develop like diamonds, rubies. These things develop from pressure. You guys remember science class? pressure, cold, earth, whatever, you know, and they turn into these different things. So this piece in my hand that they carved into a very intricate looking elephant is probably 1,000,000 years old. And I just thought it was beautiful. I love elephants. Some of y'all know that. And I thought it was cute. I love the way it was carved, and it was for protection. So I'm always looking for things that are protective or drawing in positive energy. So that is the one that I got. I see. Jordan said, I bet that one brings you abundance of money too, since it's great. Green adventuring. Exactly. That's exactly what it's for. Yep. So I always have and I have different, you guys see me in different ones of these all the time. It just depends on what I'm working on. If if I'm working on money, accumulating money, paying bills, doing stuff like that, then this is the one I'll probably have on. If I'm working on something else, like this one here, I always wear this when I need to be protected. So if I am going, on a flight, or if I'm going on the trip period, I often will wear this one. So I have different ones for different things. And that's why I said that, if depending upon what you do with your crystals, they can be helpful with the vibration, especially when you wear them. So, oh, Portia has crystals. Is shingite? What does it look like, Portia? What color is it? Ilda, can I pull a crystal for you? Would you like to see which one might help you? Shingite. I'm trying to think of what shingite might be. Great, I wear. Yes, exactly. It's white. Shingite, and it's white. I'm gonna have to think about that one because I don't. I'm not familiar spelling. Oh, the spelling. Okay, 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 okay. So it could be spelled differently. Okay, okay. All right. Let's see. Ilda. We're gonna get a crystal for you. Amayati. Aqua. Mm, 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 mm. Ashe. Ooh, what the hell is that? Oh, okay. Wow. I found today on Etsy. Oh, you found it today on Etsy. Okay, okay. All right, check this out. Ilda, this one is for you. Yeah, it stabbed me. I was like, what is that? This is called spirit quartz. Spirit quartz. Spirit quartz is typically this lavender purple color. Sometimes it can be kind of rusty looking. Sometimes it's a little lighter, closer to white. But this crystal right here is beloved in the community. A lot of people love spirit quartz. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Ilda. Etsy has billions of crystals. Indeed. found Yoda. Yes, Etsy does have billions of crystals. Yes. So let's get into our spirit quartz here. So spirit. This particular crystal is supposed to draw positive spirits to you. So it's supposed to be all around like a positive energy coming off of this. But when I talk about spirits, I'm generally talking about like angels, ascended masters, ancestors, those types of spirits. So that's what this is. That kind of a vibration. And it's like I said before, it's very beloved in the community. A lot of people love spirit quartz. It's a favorite amongst a lot of people. I think part of it is because of how sparkly. Look how sparkly and pretty it is. It's really pretty, but it's sharp. And they always talk about its sharpness going back to like sharpness of clarity. So it's said that people that work with this one have a clear sight, a clear vision. You know, it helps you, especially if you're clairvoyant, that kind of thing. So it helps you see clearly, helps you see things clearly. So let's say you were having a problem with somebody. It's something that you might want to hold on to, you know? All right. Let me see. Mhm. Hello, sweet pea. Miss LD. Good to see you. There we go. Let me see. Does it protect us from low vibrational spirits too? This one here, this is one that kind of calls in the spirits. We're going to look in our book and see, do they talk about protection from bad spirits? Spirit quartz. Let's see if it's in here. Oh, here go my quartzes. Rose quartz was first. Let's see if spirit quartz is in here. Because spirit quartz, if I'm not mistaken, was found later. Yeah, it was found later. All of the crystals were not yeah, all of the crystals were not found at the same time. So by the time that book was published, it hadn't been found yet. But I will show you something that does help you with protection. You're so welcome, Ilda. And it's so good to see you, LD. LD is my buddy, y'all. This is my ace. She's a cancer. Can y'all believe it? She's a cancer and she is a good person. So I'm always so glad to see her. Ouija board comment. Let me see. Wait a minute. Let me go back up to what he said about spirits. Protect us from low vibrational spirits. Okay. So low vibrational spirits protection right here. This is the one I was telling you about. Black obsidian. Black obsidian and that elephant I showed you, that black shungite, those are the ones that people use to protect them against evil, negative, dark energy, bad spirits. That's what people use that for. That's why, remember, I told you I wear this whenever I need to be protected, whenever I leave the house, whenever I have to travel, things like that. This is what I wear. So, black obsidian or black shungite, um, black tourmaline, that's another one. The black stones have a tendency to be protective. So yes, I think everybody should have a piece of this. This is a good one. This is definitely a good one. So LDs, let me tell you what we're doing, right? We are pulling crystals to see which ones can help us. So I'm pulling them at random. I'm doing this like I do my crystal readings. So let me know if you want us to pull a crystal for you and see which one may be helpful to you. She said she have a Ouija board comment. What's that, Portia? I was just watching a movie and it had a Ouija board in it. And I was sitting there. It it was just ridiculous. It was hysterical. It's what happens when a person watches too much TV and makes things up. It was just ridiculous. Not to say that they can't be something that's dangerous. You don't play with anything that you don't know what you're doing. That's anything, any kind of technology. I wouldn't play with a car if I didn't know how to drive, you know? So that's the kind of thing, like, it's not so much an evil thing, but it's something you need to know what you're doing. And if you don't know what you're doing, you shouldn't be playing with it. That's the only thing I would say about, that type of a spirit board, because it's a spirit board. A spirit board is famous. I mean, they didn't spirit boards go all the way back to the beginning of time. Our ancient ancestors had spirit boards. They're very old. So it's not necessarily that the board itself is bad, it's that you have a person that doesn't know what they're doing, fiddling and calling upon God knows what, basically summoning God knows what, and they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to get rid of it. If there's something that they don't want to be around, they don't know how to cleanse it out of the space. They don't know what they're doing. So a lot of times when you hear a horror story, that's why. Because some person who didn't know what they were doing was playing with it. And something bad came through. That's what can happen. That's why you're supposed to know what you're doing, how to protect yourself, how to cleanse your space, that kind of thing. Don't forget to hit the like button if you just came in. I grew up with it. My grandmother who read tea leaves. I said, yeah, tea leaves is a very long tradition too. Some people read tea leaves. Some people read coffee grinds. I can't read either one of those. I mean, I could teach myself if I wanted to, but I don't know. I love cards. I love cards so much. I have a pendulum. I can use that. But I love the readings that I do. So, and I have decks. I think I have oh yeah, I got palm reading decks. I have decks that are runes. I have an actual set of runes. So I can read other things, but cards are my favorite. So that's why I don't do the tea leaves. But a lot of people do, and they're very accurate if they sit and take their time and learn. A person can be very accurate, especially if their third eye is open. The whole thing about it is opening your third eye and knowing your tool. You have to know your tool. You know, what do you think about the board? I don't think there's anything wrong with the board if you know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, the board can be very educational. You could come across ancestors, all kinds of stuff. But if you don't know what you're doing, you can let something into your space, your home, that you don't know how to get rid of, and now you're stuck with it. So a lot of times when I used to live in the States, I would get phone calls from people who done something like that, and then it's like, can you come get rid of this? Can you come help me? And I'm like, yeah, but you're gonna pay me. Because that's not an easy feat. And what if I take it home with me? Then I gotta cleanse it out of my space. So I always charge for it, but I have gone and helped quite a few people. And sometimes that's what it was, playing with a Ouija board. Um, Somebody else had done a spell. I don't know what possessed them to do a spell, but they did a spell that they found somewhere, like a magazine or something. And I don't know what they did or didn't do right. I don't know. But next thing I know, my friend is calling me talking about there's tapping, there's noise, there's drafts, there's slams. And I'm like, uh-oh. Like, what? So whenever somebody calls me and says something like that, the first thing I do is troubleshoot, because you want to see if you can debunk it as being spiritual. So, could it be a raccoon? Could it be a mouse in the walls? Could it be, I don't know, the neighbor playing tricks on the person? The first thing you want to do is kind of debunk it and make sure it's actually spiritual. Because a lot of people have stuff go on that they think is spiritual, but it's something else. Is it the furnace making noises? Stuff like that. And then once you eliminate all those other options, then you can go forward and say, okay, well, maybe it's paranormal. Let me see. Let me investigate and see if it's paranormal. And that's when you come with your pendulum. That's when you come try to cleanse the space. That's when you come do the prayers. That's when you walk in with that. But it's the last thing that most spiritual systems do. Even the Catholics do something called exorcism. And they're not just going to come do an exorcism because you said you heard a knock on the wall. You're going to have to prove to them. You're going to have proof that something is going on that is paranormal. Then they will come do a cleansing. And if the cleansing doesn't work, they'll probably come back 2 or 3 times. You're going to have to give them like 30,000 donations, and then they'll do an exorcism. But it's the last resort, because it's like it's all of these other things they want to make sure and do first. So every spiritual system does things first, especially troubleshooting. These people don't need to be doing spell work. Most of them are something they learned about on social media and try to copy the spiritual pros, not knowing what they're doing. Yeah, they do. That's exactly what they do. And I'm like, why would you do that? When I first started, I didn't do well, I did when I was 16. When I first started doing magic, I was a teenager, but I only did one spell. And it was a love spell, and it worked. And then I couldn't get rid of the person, and I didn't know how to reverse the spell because I was only 16 and I didn't study that far. Okay, so I did do that. But then after that happened, I was like, I need to study before I do this. So I stopped doing stuff for years and I started studying. And it took a long time before I tried something else. I studied for a long time. And then I was in priestess training before I started doing magic again. I waited. I was like, we're talking like 11 years later. It was a long time because I was like, oh, I'm not doing that again. I got to figure out what I'm doing. So I stopped, got myself together, and then I came back again over a decade later. Is sage cleansing. Yes, there's many what they call smoke cleansing. Sage is a smoke cleanse. I had some next to me. I think I used it all. The only thing I have is my other favorite here, Palo Santo. That's my other favorite. Palo Santo is a stick. This is my other favorite. But yeah, sage is really good. Palo Santo is really good. Frankincense and myrrh. Frankincense and myrrh is what you use when there's something that's evil, that it feels, the vibration feels evil. That's when I use frankincense and myrrh. I use sage for regular everyday cleansing, and Palo Santo. And it also helps with the energies of people that come around. Sweetgrass is another one. I never have sweetgrass because down where I'm at, I haven't found it. But Palo Santo is everywhere. I mean, it's everywhere in Costa Rica. Sage cleanses your home, spiritually, and protects you against negative spirits. Yeah, exactly. So sage is a good one for that. Palo Santo is good for that. But like I said, it depends on what you have going on. If it's just a regular cleansing, like let's say you got people coming over with bad energy, they always talking smack, they negative. You really don't like them like that, but their family, you kind of stuck with them, that kind of thing. When those people leave, I would burn sage or Palo Santo or sweetgrass. But if there was an evil energy, that's when I would burn frankincense and myrrh together. So it depends on what you have going on. If you work with the public and you out there fooling with them all day and you don't know what kind of energy they have, sage, Palo Santo, those would be good for that. Unless, like I said before, you feel somebody who has the evil vibration. But most of us don't come across evil people in the course of a day. Most of us come across negative people, argumentative people, narcissistic people, people like that. Some of us might come across, somebody that could be considered to be possessed, quite frankly. But yeah, it's not the norm. The average person comes across people who are just negative, toxic even. We have it here. If you ever want some sweetgrass, let me know. Oh, the sweetgrass. Okay, definitely, definitely. This sweetgrass. I gotta get some of that. You're right. I haven't tried sweetgrass in a long time. When I was in the States, it was available. It was readily available. So that's why I had it. But I didn't have it here yet. But yeah, those are good ones. Those are definitely good ones. All right, so let's pull another crystal. We'll pull this one for the collective. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Smoky quartz. Check that out. There's many different kinds of quartz. Smoky quartz, rose quartz, clear quartz. It's all kinds of quartz. Smoky quartz I like a lot because smoky quartz is all about what we were just talking about, bad energy. This keeps bad energy away from you. Legend has it, and this is why I got a piece in my window. Legend has it, if you put a piece of smoky quartz in your window, it will deflect negative vibrations from your home. So I really like it. So I put a piece of it, I got a big, like a tower piece in my the front my bedroom is the front of the apartment. So that's where the quartz is. So smoky quartz is good for that. And I particularly like this one. Look how it's shaped. Isn't that something? I love how it's shaped. I just hold it. I hold it and I just rub it. This one. And it's heavy. It's big and heavy. So I just hold it and I rub it, and it's kind of smooth, you know. So I like it. I like the way it feels, the smoothness of it, and I like its protective qualities. So another protective stone is smoky quartz, right? Beautiful one. All right. So tell me, let's do a little intermission so I can drink. Tell me what you guys have been doing and what you got planned for your weekend. Do you see repeating numbers? Sometimes I do. And when I see repeating numbers, I know that's telling me that it's a message. And like, 777, 1111, 111. If you keep seeing these over and over again, they call them angel numbers. And if you keep seeing, especially the same numbers over and over again, you could actually go to Google and type in angel number dictionary. And somebody's have written lots of books on what the numbers mean. All these numbers are vibrations, and they're each telling you something. So if you keep seeing sevens, there's a reason. You keep seeing fives, ones, whatever, there's a reason. And that's what the angel numbers dictionary tells us. But it's right on Google. Sometimes I just punch it in Google, angel number 345, and Google will tell me from one of these books what the answer is. Look it up, Jordan. Go to your Google and type in angel number 188 and see what it tells you. I'm dying to see what it says. Oh, you're barbecuing tomorrow. Nice. I like barbecue. When I'm back in Philly, my aunt constantly barbecues. She usually barbecues ribs, chicken, hot dogs, hamburgers, like the whole summer. Usually in Philadelphia, it's so hot. It's humid during the summer. Oh, you used to be a chef. Nice. Yeah, it's humid during the summer in Philadelphia. So most people that live in Philadelphia barbecue during the summer so they don't have to be in the kitchen because the kitchen is like an oven in the summertime. So a lot of people, that's what they do. Right? What time? We all coming to the barbecue. I'm having chicken wings, pasta salad sandwiches, and a Super Bowl party at my house. Oh my, nice. I forgot about the Super Bowl party or the Super Bowl. And it's funny, y'all, because somebody was just telling me the other day that Barbie, y'all know I collect dolls. So Barbie is doing a Super Bowl doll. So depending upon which one wins, which one of the two teams win, that's the team that's getting a Barbie doll. So I saw the one from the Eagles because I'm from Philadelphia. So of course the Philadelphians are like bouncing off the roof that the team is going. And a lot of people are ordering the Barbie doll. I don't know if I want her for my collection. It is history, but I don't know. She's kind of plain looking, and then she got on shorts. I'm like, why you got on shorts in the middle of wintertime? So I don't know. I might get her. Tomorrow is the Super Bowl. It's tomorrow. Okay. I love the commercials and halftime shows. Yes. That's always the best part. All my life, the commercials and the halftime show have been the best part of the Super Bowl. Most people I know watch the Super Bowl for the commercials, the halftime shows, and if they're lucky, they go to a Super Bowl party. That was like when I was in Philadelphia, that was the height of, the year as far as football was concerned, was to go to some football party. And those Super Bowl parties, oh man, they go all out. The food, the drinks, they go all out. I've been to some awesome Super Bowl parties. One year, the guy had quiche, and I had never had quiche before. It was so good. It was so good. So yeah, and they were serious. They were serious about them Super Bowl parties, man. Philadelphia is serious about sports. Period. Philadelphians are known for being very aggressive fans. Yeah, some people do, Jordan. Jordan said others also watch the game for their hometown and they genuinely like the sport. I think Philadelphians definitely watch it for our hometown. It's like a hometown feel. But most of the people I know aren't really into the sport. I remember the last Super Bowl party I went to. Nobody was watching the game. Nobody was watching the game. We were at this party. It was like 30 or 40 of us. The game was playing, and the chick had this huge TV. The TV was like the size of the whole wall. And most of us was drinking and talking and laughing and eating. Like nobody was watching the game. And then the halftime, or when the commercials came on, we come back into the room and watch the commercials. And then when the halftime show came on, we came back and watched that. And then at the end, we watched the last few minutes to see who would win. And that was pretty much it. I just don't know a lot of sports fans. But Philadelphia being very aggressive sports fans. So the Philadelphians who are sports, I'm pretty sure are really into it. Cause I remember somebody told me the other day that the Chiefs disrespected the Rocky statue. The Rocky statue is very important to Philadelphians. That is the statue of Rocky Balboa. And it is in Philadelphia. It's at the art museum. And we do not play about the Rocky statue. Okay, it's in our blood. The Rocky statue, cheesesteaks, hoagies, soft pretzels, Boathouse Row. Philadelphia does not play about what's ours. Okay, and the Chiefs disrespected the Rocky statue by putting a Chiefs jersey on it. How dare you? I was like, what? I'm not even in the sports and I know that's disrespectful. How dare you do that to us? So I'm hoping that the Eagles kick their butt. Just for that. Ilda said, I just play it for my dad in spirit. I say, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful. And sit and have an opportunity to be close to your dad because you know he comes around. As soon as you turn the game on, I bet you he comes around. And other times too. Our loved ones visit us. Every time I do readings, mediumship readings, and I talk to our ancestors and spirits, they always tell me that they're always around. They say that all the time. A lot of them are huge sports fans. That's when the people who set up this event make $1 million a year because of it. Of course, yes. Because they know that most people, even if they're not sports fans, are going to watch anyway. for the commercials and the halftime show. Everybody's going to watch that. If you're into sports, if you're into football, you're going to watch it. If you're into halftime and whoever the presenter, the singer is, or whoever it is, you're going to watch it. I think it's Kendrick Lamar, if I'm not mistaken. I definitely like Kendrick. So I'll probably watch it on YouTube though. I couldn't sit and watch that. That's too long. At this point in my life, my attention span is not that long that I'm gonna sit and watch something that long. Ain't nothing happening. I'm gonna watch it on YouTube when they replay it. Thank you. Yes, I have his ashes. Ah, I have to buy him a big beer. I say. I saw his aura. He visits in my dream. That is sweet. That's the like when my friend died in March, the only real like comfort I had was that I could still feel her. That was my comfort. It was like I couldn't talk to her, I couldn't call her on the phone, but I could still feel her. And that was the one thing that comforted me and helped me to come out of my depression because I was really sad about it. Um, but yeah, I could still feel her. And what's really funny? Um, Let me see. Last year it was Usher. Who sung at the halftime show. Yeah, but I think this year is Kendrick Lamar. Ilda, I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you. Thank you so much. But let me tell you what's actually kind of funny. When she passed away, um, the same night that I found out, was I found out she died on like a Tuesday night. And I had been calling her, and could not get her on the phone, obviously. And in the morning, Wednesday morning, her son called me to tell me she had passed. And Wednesday night, I was in my room and I had finished working and I was just devastated. I was just crying and I was just so heartbroken. And it came out of nowhere, because I mean, my friend had been sickly the whole time I knew her. She always had very bad diabetes, um, and she had something on her kidneys and other things going on. So you don't think somebody's going to die if they've been sick the whole time you've known them. So I thought that she would just continue to did her treatments and do the best she could. And so it was a shock. And she knew that she was that sick, but did not tell anybody. I found out later. So she didn't tell anybody. And it was funny because I kept asking her about going to the doctor and what they say. And I kept asking her questions, and she was very vague. And I was like, she's vague for a reason. But I'm not a kind of person that's going to push somebody past their comfort zone. So I would ask her, and for whatever reason, she did not want us, I think, to worry about her based on the messages I got from her. So she passed over. And I was shocked and I was angry and I was sad and I was bitter. And I was in my room and I heard something go slam. And I was in my room like, what was that? So I came out here into the living room and I have a picture right there on the wall of two people hugging. You can't tell if it's a man or a woman. It's just two people, their silhouettes hugging. And I came out here and my picture was on the floor. Now, I've lived in the same apartment for what, about 5, maybe 6 years now, and that same picture been in the same spot, and it has never fallen down. It's there right now. It's always there. And I looked at it on the floor, and I said, "I know you're here, honey. I know you're here." And I just sat on the couch and I started talking to her, and I was like, "You got to go to the light. It's time for you to go to the light. We're going to be okay." And that happened one more time. After that, a couple days later, And after that, things got quiet. So I think she went to the light. Um, then I did some cards. I did a mediumship reading, and I talked to her. Um, and I gradually started to feel better. But it took a long time because even with me being able to communicate with her, it's not the same. It's not like being able to pick up the telephone and call somebody and say, "Girl, did you see that? Girl, did you hear that?" It's not the same. It's like, you know, you can still communicate with them. You still feel them. They're still with you. You know that. You can feel them, but it's just not that same physical human experience. It's human to spirit at that point. So it's a little different. But I put one foot in front of the other, and I knew that she would not want me to be depressed. She would be the main one telling me, "Stop crying, get your ass up." She's the main person that would have said that to me. So I did cry. I wallowed for months. And then I finally was like, okay. And I got back up. So it took a while. I still miss her, but I've gotten used to having to communicate with her in a different way. So my best friend and I both have this tattoo, this one right here. It's a triple goddess symbol: the maiden, the mother, and the crone. And we both got them at the same time, the same picture at the same time. Um, yeah. So, like I said before, I've gotten used to it, but I still miss her, especially when it's your best friend. It's one thing when it's just a friend, but it's another thing when it's the person you talk to every single day. So it's very different. I talk to him, but it's in a different form. Exactly. It's very different. I just say that I'm grateful to be able to communicate. Ashe. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. It's tough though. It is. It is. It is. I understand. LD, Cancer Sun with an Aquarius moon. Yes. Which is a very interesting combination. My dad and I were very close. Okay, okay. Yeah. Yeah, Cancer Sun with an Aquarius moon. Wow. I would think that would make both of them better though, because the Cancer with the Aquarius influence is going to make it less overly emotional in some ways. But the Cancer influence is going to make the Aquarius energy more comfortable with its feelings. So I would think that would make it better. And I think it would make you easier with your feelings. At least it would make it better for me. Yeah, interesting combination, right? I'm Aquarius Sun and Aquarius North Node. Aquarius, Aquarius, Ashe. I love rose quartz and hematite. Rose quartz. Well, let's see. We have a rose quartz here. Let me show you. I don't have a hematite, but I do have a rose quartz. This is the rose quartz. Take us right back into our crystals. The rose quartz. The rose quartz is a big pink crystal. Now, rose quartz, let me see if I have any around me. I have more of it, but I don't have it around me. Rose quartz is for emotional healing. Now that I think about it, that's why it's my favorite crystal. I started using it for emotional healing. It's good for emotional healing, and it's good for self love too. Rose quartz to me is just so pretty because it's pink, and I just love pink. I have a thing for pink. Me too, LD. I have rose quartz. You have rose quartz? Yeah, it's just a beautiful crystal, and that's what it's for. Yeah, emotional healing. Yeah, and it helps with self love. Um, and when people are looking for romantic love, they often mix the rose quartz in. They'll use like rose quartz with maybe some rubies, some red crystals. Sometimes ruby, sometimes garnet, depending upon situation. But yeah, that's the rose quartz. And I have a lot of rose quartz. You would not believe. I have a huge rose quartz right across the room. I can't even pick it up and bring it over here to show it to you. It's huge. It's like 12 pounds. And that's what I keep it for. I keep it, because it's said to cleanse the energy, like bringing in emotional healing energy, positive energy, happier energy. And that's the kind of vibration I want around. I want up energy, happy energy. I need to get me that as well. Yeah, it's a beautiful one. It definitely is a beautiful one. But I don't have the hematite. The hematite is for grounding, and some people use it for protection as well. Hematite is often in jewelry. You see this piece I have on right here? This piece is not hematite. I forgot what this stone is, but this is what hematite looks like. It looks very similar to this and is often in jewelry. So you'll probably see a lot of hematite. People often it's a strange stone. The weight of it is strange, but it's used a lot in jewelry. People like it a lot for that. How many stones are wealth money manifesting? There's a lot of different ones. Let me see if I have one next to me. Wealth money. Well, I told you about green adventuring. The green adventuring. That's a green adventuring. I'm wearing the green adventuring. And we saw the Yoda, Baby Yoda had green adventuring. That's a popular one for that. One I don't have is called citrine. Citrine is good for wealth, money, and manifesting as well. Oftentimes, those are the two. And I have one more that often is used for it. It's called pyrite. And this is pyrite. Pyrite looks like gold, but it's not. They call it fool's gold for that very reason. But people often use pyrite to attract wealth, money, and prosperity. So those are some of the ones that are most commonly used. Green aventurine, pyrite, and citrine are the most common ones you'll see. Most times when you see a money spell, they will tell you to plop one of those crystals into your crystal, whatever your spell is. If it's a jar or whatever, they'll often tell you to use that or to put them on the altar if you're doing some money work. And the state fair in Gasparilla happened around this time of year too. The state fair? I haven't been to a state fair ever. I don't think I've ever been to a state fair now that I think about it. I've been to a Renaissance fair. That was fun. That was a lot of fun, but I've never been to a state fair. Let's see what else we have over here. Oh, let me show you guys this one. Look at that. This is another favorite. This particular see this flat stone? This is called a palm stone. And the crystal that this is, let me see. I'm trying to remember the name of it. Let me think about it. Let me think about it while I show it to you. This crystal is said to be helpful with manifestation as well. I see a lot of people who do magical work, put a piece of this on their altar. It's said to help you with your manifestations of all kind. So it could be a manifestation for money, love, a job, whatever. This is said to be it. And I cannot remember the name of it to save my life. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I don't remember. It's slipping my mind. But when I put it in the bowl, I knew the name of it. I'll tell y'all when I remember. But I like it because look how it shimmers. Isn't that pretty? And so what people do with these, they'll hold them in their hand when they're casting magic or when they're doing law of attraction or when they're trying to manifest something. They'll put it on their altar. These are really pretty. You never been to the fair, you are missing out. It's a lot of fun, booth games, prizes, and rides. The good food and shows is a lot of fun. No, I haven't been to a fair. I've been to a carnival, which sounds similar to what you're describing, but and I've heard of it because I remember my friend telling me about the county fair, and the state fair was the other one. So I've heard of it before, but I've never actually went. Um, and it does sound similar on a smaller scale. Like a carnival, it sounds like a smaller scale to that. But yeah, I've seen it on television, but I've never actually been to one. Let us know in the comment section if you've ever been to a county or a state fair. Yeah, I cannot remember the name of this crystal. That's really strange. It has left my brain. Let me see. Sometimes if I flip through, I might get lucky. I might get lucky and see it. But I can't remember. That's really strange. Because I know the properties of it, but I can't remember the name. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell y'all later in the comment section. I'm gonna have to find it because I remember it also. Oh, another good thing I was gonna tell you guys now that I'm sitting here looking at it. Remember I mentioned this book to y'all, and this book here. Let me see something. I'm trying to see if the book tells me the name of it, and of course it doesn't, because the book is like, "What do you want?" Labradorite. There it is. That's the name. I know it was in there. It's called Labradorite. There we go. I know it was in there. I'm like, I know the name of the stone. So yeah, Labradorite is to help with manifestation and magic. All right, so let me see. Yes, to the state fair. Okay, so Portia's been to the state fair. Ilda does not trust the rides. The ones I hear, notice the people that put the ride together on drugs. Oh wow, I I'm not surprised. That doesn't surprise me. I haven't been to the county and state fair in a while. I'd like to go, but it's no fun going along. Oh, you want to go with your friends? Yeah. I used to go to the fair. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know about every fair, every town, but I have heard about safety violations with some of the rides. And I heard it's particularly about the carnival. So I don't know about the state fair, but I would be careful with the rides. After I heard that, I was like, wow. All right, so Labradorite, we got it. Yeah, you don't want to die. Exactly. Yeah, I hear that. I don't want to die either. Not yet. I want to hang around for a while, right? All right, so now we have another crystal. Now, this one here, some of you might have been waiting for this one. This is for love. It looks a lot like a rose quartz. This is the rose quartz. This is the morganite. Morganite. They look similar, but as you can see, the rose quartz is more like you can see through it, and this one is more opaque. You can't see through it at all. So morganite is what this one is. And morganite is for unconditional love. This is a stone that you get in your wedding ring. This is a stone for when you're ready to make a commitment. So you rarely see me with this stone. I'm telling you straight up, you rarely see me with this stone because this is a stone of commitment. This is when you are ready to get married, when you are, and not just because you want to get married and have a fairy tale and all that kind of dumb stuff. This is for when you are ready to love somebody unconditionally. You have met someone who is safe to give your heart to, not a fairy tale. This is what you want to use at that point. Morganite. I've seen people get this put into their wedding rings very frequently. Um, but yeah, that's what it's for. If you take a look at it, you'll see there's little black specks on it. That's another thing that sets it apart from rose quartz because rose quartz doesn't have any of those black specks on it. So that's another way you can tell that it's different. It's very oddly shaped, but I like it. So yeah, that's what this one is for. This is for those of you who are marriage minded. A lot of people will use these in their crystal grids or carry them with them when they're ready to get married. And I've come to find that a lot of people want to get married who aren't necessarily ready to get married. Those are two very different things. If you're not ready for a partnership, then you're not ready to get married. And a lot of people, I think they're ready for the fun part. You know, that's what they're ready for. They're ready for the fun part, but they're not ready for the hard parts. But the fair, let me see. But the fair is huge with tons of people, I'm sure. I will meet someone there. I changed my perspective on it. Yeah, that's a good idea. I agree with you 100%. Let me tell you, I have never waited for other people to do things that I wanted to do. If I waited for other people, I would still be sitting in my room in Philadelphia. I would still be sitting there waiting for whatever. I don't wait for people. If I want to go to the movies, I go. If I want to go out to eat, I go. You know, I don't wait for other people. I might invite other people if I feel like it, but I don't wait for them because I feel like it holds me back. If I want to do something, I go do it. But that's how Aquarius are. We're trailblazers. And waiting for people, they might they might do it. I remember when I was younger and somebody would say, "Hey, let's go to Atlantic City. Let's go to New York. Let's go to Maryland." And we'd be all hyped, like, "Yeah, let's go. That's what's up. Yeah, yeah, yeah." And as the days go by, it's time to pay for the resort. It's time to pay for the trip. It's time to do whatever. And one by one, people would drop off. And you end up not going because the people that were supposed to go done flaked out. So I just got to a point where if I wanted to do something, I just go do it. And like you said, you'll meet people there. You always do. And as a matter of fact, you'll meet more people if you're by yourself than if you're with people. Because if you go somewhere with people, you're typically going to talk to the people that you're there with. But if you go somewhere with nobody, then you're not going to have anybody to talk to. So you're more likely to be more communicative and meet new friends. Brown Sugar Glamour. Hey, how are you? Brown Sugar Glamour, would you like a crystal? Would you like me to pull a crystal for you? We're talking about crystals today. So I'm at random pulling crystals and telling you at least one way that it can help you. Ilda said I travel on my own every summer. I hear that. I hear that. I love it. I think the only thing as a woman, you got to consider safety. But if you know that you're safe and you've taken the proper precautions and measures, you're good. Brown Sugar Glamour said, "Yes, please." Also, after your reading, he called me. He called, eh? Oh my goodness. So is he any better or he still acting simple? That's the question. Let's see what crystal you get. Maybe it'll help you. Brown sugar. Oh, you know martial arts. Okay, that's what's up. So that means you can put yourself. Awesome. I love that. You shouldn't be on these streets, ladies, if you can't protect yourself. Period, point blank. And gentlemen, we all should be able to protect ourselves. You never know who is going to target you. All right, let's see. I'm gonna go right down to the bottom and grab the first one in my hand. Ah, rhodochrosite. That's what this one is. Let me show it to you. You brown sugar, you got rhodochrosite. Interesting. Rhodochrosite is a beautiful crystal. As you can see, it's predominantly pink and white. Pink crystals have a tendency to help us with the heart. And this one is no exception. This helps us with affairs of the heart, which is interesting because right now you just said he called. Interesting that you got this crystal. This is about affairs of the heart, helping you to heal your heart, helping things to work out in situations when at all possible, helping you to walk away in a healthy manner when things don't work out. That's what this is. Rhodochrosite. Let me see. Must be a lot of fun. I want to get into traveling too, but the rise of inflation held me back, and maybe subconscious fears as well. Yeah, because I'm thinking, Jordan, like travel is the kind of thing where you don't have to go far. You can travel to, local places or nearby places, depending upon what state or what city you live in. So you don't have to go to the Bahamas. You might just need to go on a road trip. I love a good road trip. Get some snacks, some drinks, some music, and go on a road trip. That could be fun. I agree, Ed Jordan. I've been thinking of that too regarding safety. Ashe, yeah, safety. hmm Brown Sugar said, "You can call me Hannah." Hannah, okay. And I don't want to hijack the read, but he needs to work on himself. Ha ha. That I mean something to him that he likes me. I took it as a cop out as an Aquarius. You wouldn't let go of someone you want, right? I love road trips. Yeah, heck yeah. Go on a road trip. I want to travel out of the country. Yeah, out of the country is awesome. But I mean, in the meantime, like if you don't have the money or the time, a a road trip could, rejuvenate you in wonderful ways. Let me see, Brown Sugar. I don't know because coming from an Aquarius, it could mean just that. It could mean that he screwed up and he knows he can't show up right now. It's a lot of things that could mean. I would love to look at his cards, but it's possible. It's possible that he can't show up. It's possible that he lying. It's possible he with somebody else. I mean, a lot of things are possible. But the bottom line is something ain't right. I would like to visit places like the Bahamas, Jamaica, Brazil, France, and much more. Oh yeah, definitely. hmm And what you do is you pick the location that's the closest. Of course, you got to make sure you got a passport. Pick the location that's the closest and work towards it. So from where you are, which one of those is closest? Probably the Bahamas, and that probably would actually Jamaica too. Those two would probably be the most cost efficient too. Just go to a resort. Don't go wandering around the country by yourself. There's a lot of pretty places here in Arizona. I share, yeah. He asked to be friends. I said no. Oh my God. He asked her to be friends, yo. No wonder you got rhodochrosite, because it sounds like, yeah, that situation is all over the place. I will go anywhere. It's all over the place. That needs a good healing because that's all over. Personally, if he asked me to be friends and you said no, I would keep it pushing. But like I said before, something about that isn't right. It's something about it. And without looking at his cards, I can't know what, but I can tell you something about that ain't right. And it could very well be that he just knows that he's unavailable. Sometimes a person knows they're emotionally, mentally, or spiritually unavailable. He might just know that. So instead of wasting your time, maybe that's what he's telling you that for. But I can't tell because I didn't look at his vibration. Do Aquarius ask to be friends with someone they like or have been intimate with before? Yeah. If things don't work out, I'm more than willing to be your friend. I'm always quick to want to be a friend. Aquarius is a sign of friendship. So we would rather be friends than not, you know? So yeah, definitely. And if things didn't work out, why can't we be friends? We might not see each other anymore romantically, but that's no reason why we can't still be friends to an Aquarius because we're the sign of friendship. So to us, that makes sense. To other signs, that might not make sense. Jazzy J. Hey, Jazzy. Good early evening to you, Queen. I hope you're doing amazing. I would love to see the crystal I might have. Want to see if it's the one I'm thinking am at the moment in my life. Okay, cool. I had to check out your readings, Queen, to her real. Yeah, there is a playlist labeled readings. I have read everything, not everything, but a lot of things. I have read on aliens. I've read on Alien 54, the Bermuda Triangle, Donald Trump, Barack Obama, Rihanna, Jay Z, the people that passed away, unfortunately, in that plane crash, the Loch Ness Monster, the Lost City of Roanoke. I've done a lot of mysteries. I love a good mystery. I did the mermaids once. You know, I've done a lot of readings. If you look at that playlist. All right, so Jazzy J wants a crystal. We got to give her a crystal. Is it a good thing to be asked this, or does it mean you're officially friend zoned? It means it's a pause. That's a pause. And that pause button might be permanently paused or it might be temporarily paused. That's why I said it depends on what's going on here because it could just be he truly knows that he's not available and wants to get himself together. And it also could be that he didn't want to hurt your feelings. So he said, it's not you, it's me. Because I tell people that all the time. I always say, it's not you, it's me. I don't want to hurt a person's feelings. So if it is them, I don't say it's them. I'll just be like, no, it's me. I just got to work on myself. That's why I said it's hard for me to pinpoint if he's telling you the truth or not without looking at his cards. Let me see. How do you think will win the Super Bowl? Oh, okay. Who will win the Super Bowl? Did you do a reading on it yet? No, I didn't. I None of my clients asked for it. Sometimes they ask me to do it because they have bets, but nobody asked me. If you're wondering if aliens exist, the answer is yes. Aliens are real and are currently on this planet. Laugh out loud. He really said that. It's not you, it's me. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, uh. Um, well, if you look at my videos on aliens, I answered where they came from. I got a lot of information from them. Are they real? Yes. And they gave me a lot of information. A lot. All right. So I'm going to focus. The Eagles will win. I hope so. Yes, be right, Portia. I love that. So now I'm gonna look at Jazzy J and see what crystal can possibly help her. And some of y'all might like this crystal too. Jazzy J. Oh, it fell. Wait a minute. Hold up. I got a crystal for you. I just don't know what it is. Oh, amethyst. Amethyst. Amethyst is one of the most popular, well known. I have another one next to me. Let me show you how pretty it is. It's shaped like a heart. Amethyst is one of the most beautiful, sparkly, well known crystals on the market. Amethyst is the Aquarius crystal. If you are an Aquarius born in February, amethyst is your crystal. If you are an Aquarius born in January, garnet is your crystal. But if you're somebody who's very spiritual or somebody who needs to like work on yourself spiritually, especially through meditation, connection with the divine, prayer, manifestation, amethyst is your crystal. Amethyst is one of the most beautiful and well-known crystals on the market. It's also not expensive, so it's very easy to come by. Now let's go to the page that has amethyst on here, and I'll tell you a little bit about his. It says here that it's always good to place amethyst as jewelry. Now, you also can place it in clusters or geodes or in your environment. Amethyst has really great jewelry. Um, Remember I said about the spiritual world. So it helps you with spirituality, but it also transmutes negative energy, which is a good thing. And it helps you with your own psychic abilities, your own intuitive abilities, and if you have low vibration or low vibrations around you, it can help to raise those to higher spiritual frequencies. So that's the thing about amethyst. And that's why so many people like it. Oh, the other thing about amethyst. Amethyst is good for people who are trying to stop using any substance. If they're trying to stop drinking, they're trying to stop smoking, if they have any kind of addiction, they're trying to stop gambling or having sex. If you have any kind of addiction, amethyst is a good one to help you while you're trying to let go of it. So yeah, interesting, right? It's one of those kinds, one of those kind of popular, very popular crystals. Let's see. I'm praying the Eagles win. Yes, me too. Yes. Is God related to aliens? I didn't ask them. When I did that reading, I didn't connect it. But I'm gonna tell you something that I did learn in priestess training. I think the answer is yes. Because in priestess training, they taught me that goddess Auset, who is my goddess, the goddess that I'm devoted to, came from Sirius. Sirius is a planet. It's a system of it's a Sirius A and a Sirius B. It's several planets in this little area together. And they told me that Goddess Offset came from Sirius. I think it was Sirius B, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to look at it again in my book. But she's from Sirius. So there has to be some kind of correlation between the gods, the goddesses, and the ancient aliens. But in my readings, I talked directly about what I saw and what they were saying to me. And it was mind blowing. I always believed that aliens were possible. Okay? Possible. But I didn't know they were a reality. I wasn't certain until I did those readings. Because the things that I saw, I've never seen before. I didn't know what the hell that shit was. I had never seen before. Do they come from space or another dimension? I don't know. The one reading I did, I saw them coming from beyond the sun. So Earth is here, then it's Venus, then it's Mercury, then it's the sun, and then it was them. So I don't know where that was. I don't know where that was. It was over the other side, the left of the sun. And I've talked about all of this in the reading. So if you go to my readings, look for the ones on aliens. I talk about all of that. It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. All right, let me see. What do you think about Malorganite? I don't have one of those, and I haven't studied it yet. You got to tell us about it. Let us know what you think about it because I have never seen one of those. I Jazzy J said I actually have hella amethyst. You have a lot of it. I consider myself to be extremely spiritual. Ashe, trying to connect with my higher self, developing my intuition. Do you have amethyst that you wear on your person, like a pendant or a bracelet or a ring? Because I think that would be good. Go Eagles! Yes, yes. You are a star seed. Ashe. Many of us are star seeds. But you know something? I mean, I want the Eagles to win because they disrespected the Rocky statue. That's the bottom line. How dare you disrespect the Rocky statue? That's all I care about. I'm mad. But yeah, Jazzy, if you have some amethyst that you can wear, that would be awesome. You should get a piece you can wear. I have an amethyst pendant. It's huge too. And you see me wear it before. I've worn it on Asking Aquarius quite a few times. But yeah, I use amethyst a lot. I have an amethyst sphere over there. I have a lot of it because it's the Aquarius stone. So I've always been drawn to it. Oh, speaking of Aquarius stone, let me show y'all this one. This is another Aquarius stone. I've only seen it one time. I've never seen it again. Look at that. Isn't that weird? It's blue and sparkly. and I only saw it that one time. I think it's spirit quartz that has been treated with titanium. That's what the lady said to me. And she said it was the Aquarius crystal. So if you see this anywhere and you're an Aquarius, pick it up because this blue crystal with sparkles is the Aquarius crystal. And I was like, that is really pretty. And I had never seen it anywhere else, so I got a piece of it because I thought it was awesome. But the crystals I'm showing y'all is just a percentage of the crystals that I have. I actually stopped collecting crystals because I don't have any more space. Between the dolls and the crystals and the tarot decks, I don't have no more space. That's it. You know, it's called the Aquarius quartz. That's what she called it, Aquarius quartz. I've never seen it anywhere else. And I think what it is, based on the shape, is a spirit quartz, which is this spirit quartz. I think it's a spirit quartz that's been treated with some type of titanium or something. She was trying to explain it to me, but I'm not a scientific person. I guess a little bit, but not as much as she was getting into it. So yeah, I think it's this one treated somehow. And I've only seen it that one time. I never saw it again. All right, let me see them. I am a crystal girly, by the way, getting closer to my spirit team. Oh, that's awesome. I've been having a lot of dreams about the people in my present and past. Cleansing my crystals February 12th, the next full moon. Yeah, I always tell people you got to cleanse your crystals, not all the time, but I would say at least if you're using it at least every 3 months. At least. If you're using it every day, probably once a month. Like the pendant that I have on this one, probably once a month. You know, depending on how much you use it. That's the thing about it. So yeah. And most people just put them on the windowsill and let the moon just pass over them. That cleanses them. I need to get an amethyst pendant. Yeah, yeah. Now I want to go back and see yours. I do it every day. Oh, you do yours every day? Okay. It's no harm in it. I mean, you can't cleanse it too much. That's like washing your body. I mean, you probably shouldn't wash your body all day, but if you do it once a day, that's a good thing. Does no contact work? Is it effective on Aquarius? I'm trying to get over this, but still have been a mess crying with V Day coming up. The ones I wear. No contact. You need a reading. I'm gonna just tell you flat out, you need a reading because I can't really answer your questions because I don't know. Because no contact is not gonna do anything if he wants you to go away. If he wants you to go away, then no contact is going to be right up his alley. But if he doesn't want you to go away, no contact will draw him back to you. It depends on which one it is, you know. It's a lot of questions I don't know the answers to because I don't know the situation. And I can only guess. So if he is wanting you to go away, no contact is not going to do anything. If he doesn't want you to go away, then he'll pop back up at some point in time. That's why I said I really don't know one way or another. But if I were you, I would start working towards getting over it because either way, that is that's hard. So what are you supposed to do? Just sit there and hope he decides to contact you? Like, no, I wouldn't do that if I were you. I keep stepping. I would keep stepping. I'd be on a date with somebody else by tomorrow. Let me tell you. Seriously. I would look. I'd be out there talking to somebody else the next damn day. Oh, she's good, Jordan. She helped me set up. She brought my liquor out here and all my stuff out here for me. She helped me set up to do this. And then she went in her room because her and her friends are playing Dungeons and Dragons. My daughter is a role player. Me and her father used to role play, so it's kind of cool to see her do it now with her friends. But they all got their fancy dice and they roll their dice and they do their thing. So yeah, she's in her room with her friends, and I'm out here talking to y'all, and I'm getting ready to pack up. Oh no, I'm not. I got a meeting. I said I was getting ready to say I'm gonna pack up, but I'm not packing up nothing because I got a meeting. I forgot. Let me see. Yep, it's time for me to get ready for my meeting. I forgot all about the meeting. I'm sitting here chilling with y'all. Let me see, what time is it? Yep, yep. I got time. I got time to have dinner and get ready for my meeting. All right. So let us see. Sounds like a fun game. Yeah, she loves Dungeons and Dragons. I did too. I loved it. Yeah, I would keep pushing. I wouldn't wait for him. I would keep it moving. By the end of the week, I had me a new person picking me up. Let me tell you something. When I was young, stop playing with me. It was a time when I went on 3 dates with 3 different people in the same day. Okay. I was not playing. I was not playing. Let me tell you something as a woman, and the guys can hear this too if they want to. Men keep their options open until they make a decision. Okay. Women need to do the same thing. This is where we make our mistake. We start liking somebody and put all our eggs into their basket, hoping that they're going to pick us and want to be with us. And that's not what we do. It's not what you do. You keep your options open the same way a man does. And when a man steps up to the plate and he proves to you that he deserves you, that he is going to take the relationship seriously, he wants to be with you, he wants to commit to, getting to know you, whatever the case is, then you start to go in that direction. But the problem with women is we see a guy we like, that's our guy. We pick that guy and we don't do anything else. And that's where we make our mistake. We have to keep our options open until we have somebody that is serious about us. And if he's not serious, that's fine. That's fine because I got other things to do. I got other people's. That's where we make our mistake. I see so many women do that. It's a very common mistake that women make because when we decide who we like, that's it. That's who we like. But it can't be like that. You have to wait till that person is reciprocating that energy. So, as a woman, I would suggest that you keep your options open until somebody proves to you that they're worth your time. So, that's how I see it. You're so welcome. Hey, let me see. Let me see. I didn't read any of these. I gotta go back up. Do you have time for a reading today, even if it's just 30 minutes? No, because I gotta what you call it now. Email me and I will find some place to squeeze you in. They do too. Exactly. They keep their options open. A man will have several women making him meals, calling him up, taking care of him when he's sick, washing his clothes. And then when he decides which one of those women is the one he wants to build a life with, he goes with that woman. We don't do that. So we get our feelings hurt a lot because we pick somebody who didn't pick us. You got to both pick each other for it to work. You see? So if he ain't pick you, then you ain't picking him. you know, that's the thing. Do you do the reading on camera? No, I do the readings privately on Facebook Messenger generally. Now, if the person wants to do Facebook or Zoom or Skype video, I will do it, but they just have to request it because I generally am not dressed when I'm doing readings. I'm generally not dressed, so my camera is usually off. But if somebody requests it, I will go on cam. But most of the time, it's like talking on the phone. I'm just talking to him on the phone. A divine masculine would never do that. He sticks with person. He sticks with a person when he decides on the person, Jordan. A divine masculine don't just pick up somebody and say, yeah, you the one. He decides. He decides which one he wants first. And that's okay. You don't have to be with the first person that comes down the pipeline. You ain't got to just be with me because I like you and want you to date me. You get to decide, you get to choose male or female. So you decide who you want to be with, and then you put commitment into it, you know? And before that, when y'all just talking. Why are you committed when y'all just talking? That doesn't make sense. You don't commit until you're ready. And then another thing, how do you even know if you just meet somebody tomorrow? How you know that's your person? Some of the times you might feel it energetically, that could be a case. But in most cases, you just having what we call lust. Okay? Lust, puppy love, something like that. You don't know the person. So it's a very fair thing to get to know somebody before you make a decision like that. That's a serious decision. A partnership is a serious decision. But this man is called the simp, which is false. He is a man of truth. Also, the divine masculine in women too is an energy just like the divine feminine. I don't call him a simp. That's just other people that are losers. Only a loser going to call somebody else a simp for caring about somebody. That's a dark person. That's a low vibration. If you call somebody a simp for caring about somebody or for making a decision, a healthy decision, that's not good. A person's supposed to make a healthy decision. And divine masculine is the counterpart of the divine feminine. But like I said before, either one still has the right to choose who they want to commit to. And a lot of times as women, we choose someone and don't wait to see if they've chosen us too. So I want this guy. He's so cute. I want to have his babies. I'm telling my friends about him. And he not certain that this is what he wants. And that's okay. He has the right to figure that out. So I'm not saying that a man is wrong for keeping his options open. He's right for keeping his options open. And women need to do the same thing. Everybody needs to keep their options open until they make a permanent decision. But the problem is we don't communicate this to each other honestly. I tell when I meet somebody, when I meet a woman, I tell her up front, I don't commit easily and I don't commit fast. So we're going to have to take our time and get to know each other. And if it's working, then we'll see where it goes. I'm open to commitment, but I'm not expecting it. I tell them that on the first conversation. So she already knows that we're not rushing to the aisle. We're not rushing to the chapel. We're going to take a nice slow walk and see if we can get there, you know? So I think that's the problem that a lot of people make. They rush. We got to slow down. Amazing Grace. Hi, how are you? We're just chatting. We're finishing up a chat where I was talking about crystals and we were looking at them. It is a red flag. If somebody's rushing you, that's a red flag. They're rushing you for a reason. And it's probably something to do with not wanting you to know something. Because most people try to rush you into a situation before you have all the information. So let's say I got 5 kids by 5 different men, and I don't want you to know that. So I'm trying to rush you into a relationship before you find out what I've been up to, or vice versa. The other person trying to rush you into a relationship. If somebody's rushing you, they're hiding something and they're trying to get you locked down, committed before you find out. And that something is probably pretty bad. 9 times out of 10 is pretty bad. I saw you live. I just subbed to your channel. Thank you. Thank you. Please make sure that you are subscribed and that you have liked this video so that I know that you enjoy going live, because I'm trying to go live every weekend. So if I know you guys are enjoying it, I will definitely do it. Right, Ilda. Those that rush you into a relationship or marriage, they have ulterior motive. Exactly. They have an agenda. And a lot of times you're not going to like it when you find out. A friend of mine, they call it love bombing, right? You meet somebody, male or female, and they start giving you stuff, wanting to be with you all the time, telling you they love you, but it's so fast. It's like you don't even know me yet. How is that? And it doesn't feel genuine. It feels like something's wrong. It doesn't feel like true love. It feels weird. That's a person that's doing it for a reason. So my friend said that he was doing all the right things, saying all the right things too fast. It was 2 weeks and he had asked her to marry him. What? Now, I do believe in love at first sight, but I believe it's more rare than we like to admit. I don't believe it's common for a man that you just met or a woman you just met to want to marry you after 2 weeks. They don't even know you, they know nothing about you. So that means they got an ulterior motive. So my friend, dating this guy, he asked her to marry him. She told him no, but she kept seeing him. 6 months later, come to find out, he's already married and got 3 kids, and his wife put him out, so he needed someplace to stay. So he asked her to marry him so he'd have someplace to stay, knowing he couldn't get married in the first place. So he was going to give her a ring and just string her along in the meantime because he needed someplace to sleep because his real wife kicked his ass to the curb. That's the kind of person who tries to rush you. They have something going on. And if you slow down, you will find out what it is 9 times out of 10. Never rush into a relationship because they can be a psychopath. Exactly, exactly. And you will be in a bad situation that's hard to get out of. And you don't want that. Yes, 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 yes. And now you find yourself stuck like Chuck, married to somebody that's a horrible person, male or female, because this happens to men too. I've seen men go through the same thing. I've seen it happen to all sexes and all sexualities. This isn't something that just happens with heterosexuals. I've seen all kinds of people experience this kind of thing. You know, it's just a person who's a predator and they're looking for somebody to prey on. And they see you and you're kind and you're nice and you're looking for something real and they play on it for a number of different reasons. So you got to be careful. All right. I am going to get going because I have to get ready for this meeting and I am nowhere near ready and I've been drinking rum. So it's going to take a little bit longer than usual to get ready. Oh, Save the Sanctified said the story of my life. LD said on the next episode of Who the Fuck Did I Marry? Exactly. I saw that when that young lady did that on TikTok. It's called Who the Fuck Did I Marry? And it's very similar. I don't think that guy was married, but he was definitely lying and gaslighting about a lot of stuff. Good seeing you, Queen. Good seeing you too. Bye. Thank you so much. Okay, guys. So I am coming back next week around the same time. So if you're interested, put me on your calendar for next week. Let me see. Hold up. Wait a minute. Make sure because I might. Okay. Okay, Hannah. I got you. I see the email right now. I'll answer it before I go to my meeting. Okay, so it's not next week. Next week is the 15th. So the 13th is my birthday. I am turning 48 years old, which I'm very excited about. I'm excited to be alive this long. The 14th is Valentine's Day. I'm going to be taking that day off. The 15th and the 16th, I'm off too for my vacation. So the next time I am going live is going to be February 22nd at 3:30 p.m. So put that on your calendars right now, just in case I just pop up spontaneously. So what did I say? February 22nd at 3:30 p.m. So if you guys want to hang out and chat, I will bring something for us to talk about. I'll bring in a different deck or some other topic for us to chill about, and we will talk then. Oh, it's next weekend. Well, happy birthday now because I will be around. You'll 9 times out of 10, I'll be in the community section. The community section is now called posts. They changed it. I don't know why, but they changed it. So I will be in the community section during my little hiatus, my staycation, I should say, because I'm not going. I'm gonna be here, but I will be around. I'll be in the community section. I'll be posting on Monday. I have 6 videos for Aquarius specifically to post. They need to be recorded. So hopefully I can get one of those up Monday. So I'm working on that now. So it'll be good. As first chance I get, I will get you guys some new videos because I got some fun topics that I've been working on and I can't wait to show them to you. Happy birthday, Saved and Sanctified. And I will see you guys on the 22nd. Bye.